Welcome to Module 6 of our explainer on open source tools for AI data centers. Today, we're tackling something absolutely critical in machine learning. How in the world do you keep track of all your experiments so you can actually use them again later? But before we get into the good stuff, just a quick disclaimer. This is part of a much bigger 10-module tutorial, and it's really meant as general guidance. So for any specific actions, you should definitely chat with your own financial, technical, and legal pros first. All right, let's kick things off with a question that probably keeps a lot of machine learning engineers up at night. I want you to be honest with yourself. Could you, right now, reliably reproduce a model you built just 6 months ago? If you hesitated even for a split second, well, you are definitely not alone. This whole problem is so common, it's actually been called the reproducibility crisis. And it comes from the beautiful chaos of research and development, right? You tweak a hyperparameter here, a teammate updates the dataset over there, and suddenly those amazing results you got last Tuesday are just gone, impossible to replicate. It's a huge source of frustration and a real roadblock to making progress. So what's the solution? How do we bring some order to this chaos without stifling creativity? The answer, my friends, is MLOps. Think of it like DevOps, but for machine learning. It's all about applying proven engineering principles to the ML workflow to make it predictable and reliable every single time. So the MLOps lifecycle can be broken down into these 5 core stages. First, you have experimentation, which is where you try things out, but, and this is key, you track everything. Then you move to validation to prove the model actually works. After that, you package it all up, deploy it so it can do its job in the real world, and finally, you keep a close eye on it with monitoring. Okay, with that MLOps framework fresh in our minds, let's look at our first open source tool. This one is really ambitious. It tries to be the all-in-one solution, a single platform to handle that entire lifecycle we just talked about. And that tool is MLflow. It was originally developed by Databricks and has an Apache 2.0 license. It's built from the ground up to be the central command center for all your ML projects, from the very first experiment all the way to managing models running in production. So how does it work? Well, MLflow is really made up of 4 key pieces that you see here. You've got tracking, which acts as your digital lab notebook. Then there's projects for packaging your code so anyone can run it. Models gives you a standard format for deployment. And the registry is like a central library for all your versioned models. They all work together to make the whole process super smooth. And this is where it really comes to life. The MLflow user interface lets you see everything you've tracked. So instead of hunting through log files or spreadsheets, you get this amazing interactive dashboard. You can compare different runs side by side, see which parameters gave you the best results, and really get a feel for how your experiments are performing. Okay, so that's the big all-in-one approach. But what if your team's biggest headache is really just understanding what's going on inside the model during training? Our next tool is laser-focused on exactly that, real-time visualization and collaboration. And that tool is Weights and Biases. Now, they do have commercial offerings, but what's really important for us is that the core client library, WANDB, is totally open source with an MIT license. This little library is super powerful and lets you instrument your code with just a few lines. Where Weights and Biases really flexes its muscles is in automation and visuals. It doesn't just log the metrics you tell it to, it automatically grabs system info like GPU usage and even deep learning stuff like gradients. Then it turns all that data into these beautiful interactive charts and dashboards that make it so easy for your team to see what's going on and work together. It's also fantastic for running automated hyperparameter searches. And here's a taste of what that actually looks like. This isn't just a static graph. In WANDB, this is a living dashboard. You can zoom in on a specific point in training, you can overlay different experiments to compare them, and you can even watch your model's gradients change in real time. It's all about giving you the tools to dive deep and understand the why behind your results. All right, let's shift gears to a totally different way of thinking. What if instead of adding a whole new platform, you could just supercharge a tool that most developers already live and breathe in every single day? You know what I'm talking about, Git. This is the big idea behind DVC, which stands for Data Version Control. It's open source, Apache 2.0 licensed, and its whole mission is to let you use Git for things it was never meant for, like huge datasets and massive model files. Essentially, it makes your data and models just another versioned part of your codebase. The way it does this is so clever. Your actual big files, the datasets, the models, they don't live in your Git repository. They're stored in remote storage, like an S3 bucket. What DVC does is put these tiny little pointer files into Git. So you can use normal Git commands to switch between versions, and DVC works in the background to automatically grab the correct large files for you. It's just a brilliant way to handle machine learning at scale. Okay, so we've looked at three really powerful but very different open source tools. We have the all-in-one platform, the interactive visualizer, and the Git-powered version controller. So, how do you possibly choose the right one for your team and your data center? The truth is, there's no single best answer. It really comes down to what your team needs most. If you're looking for that one single platform to rule them all, MLflow is a fantastic choice. If your team is all about deep analysis, real-time dashboards, and sharing results, the WAN2B client is probably your go-to. And if your team is full of developers who love Git, then DVC is going to feel like the most natural, seamless fit. And that brings us right back to where we started. Building a model that works once is a great achievement, but building a model that is versioned, documented, and fully repeatable, that's the foundation of professional, reliable AI. Adopting one of these MLOps tools is what takes you from a one-time success story to a truly scalable and trustworthy system.